Yo, up, boys? Welcome to stream. How is everybody's day going today? Just kick this off quickly. Let me just move these out of the way. Sound. Right, how is everybody doing today? Apologise for not streaming last couple of days, boys. I've been busy. It's been a lot of stressful days lately, but we're going through times and we're getting through it. We're just going to reveal our teams. Obviously, we've got it on the screen now, so you boys can take a peek. Boom. That's good news. Saka's been pictured back in training. Good news, that. This is a fun mood to be in today. All this shite going on right now, look. Boom. Let's quickly look back on something real quick. When was the last time I actually did a video? Shite. Probably about time we do another vid, to be fairness, lads. We haven't actually done one in a bit, which isn't really that great, to be honest with you. Well, one of them. I just can't believe it's one of those weeks he actually got a bench player like Mitrovic. Mad. 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 It's actually mad, that is. Within 2 weeks we've gained over 80 subscribers. Mental stuff. Mental stuff, lads, that. Jesus Christ. Me, boys. Right, you do. Wait for everyone to get him. Honestly, we're just gonna talk about the rules and news and stuff right now. Waiting. Mental stuff over here, boys. We're still keeping Salah, by the way, lads. Salah ain't going anywhere. I'm not even gonna consider taking a hit for him. Like, I don't feel the need to take a hit to move him out because I can't really go into KDB anyway without taking a -8, so just suck it up and keep him up. Because that -8 could backfire. Salah could score against Spurs, which really wouldn't surprise me at all. He's still scoring, he's not playing bad. It's just more a case of there's better options for the money. He's just not playing bad though. So it's one of them. Yeah, Alex. How you doing, bro? One sec, and you're I'm all yours, right? Sound right. We can get into it then. I've just got to go on about the Wilson scenario. Oh, and Saka has had a leaked picture, and he's been on the Arsenal page at training today, so that's good news for Saka owners right now. I do need to message my friend quickly, remind him. I hate that move and just don't think it's a worthy move. The move I'd be looking to do is Jesus to Wilson if I was going to make that, but to be honest, I don't see any need to really get rid of Jesus. If there's other areas in your team you could be fixing up. But it's a tough scenario really. But I definitely wouldn't do JG's to Ronaldo now. You can give me your team code so I can have a look at your team. If you haven't changed anything yet, then we can have a look at what we could do. I've done my transfer. I did Tony to Wilson, so my move's just set in stone. But that was either that or Calvert-Lewin I was bringing in. But due to the lack of consistency from Calvert at the moment, I don't really want to take a punt. Yeah, I said I could take a look at your team if you could give me your code again. I forget all the team IDs all the time. So 7705057. Okay. Give me a second, let me just. There we go. Paste that in. Saves me not to bother doing it. So this is your total predicted points 44. Oh yeah, this was the move you did from Rashford to Sterling, obviously, didn't you? So I'm going to assume what you'll do is you'll play Haaland for the guy. You'll be playing this formation with these. Okay. So you've got how many transfers? One transfer, 3.7 million spare. Darwin, yeah, keep Jesus. You afford a. Yeah, you can. Can you afford Foden to KDB or can you not afford Ken to BDB? What am I gonna say? I don't think you can afford KDB, can you? No, I don't think. No, you can't. I don't think. I think KDB's gone up too much for you to be able to afford him now. Yeah, you would lose 4 point. So you could get KDB in for Foden for a hit if you was to do someone else, but I wouldn't bother doing that to be honest. So maybe just leave Foden in. Hi Fabio. Maybe 1K. Maybe go Andreas to Almiron. Maybe go. What do you think you're only switching for? Only these. Oh, so not really gonna be worth doing that. Scratch what I've just said. Might be able to go. There's no point in upgrading Andreas because you've got Rashford, Martinelli, Foden, Zaha, so you're not really gonna wanna. What goalies would I recommend? Raya. Not now. Sanchez, I think's got a good fixture on. Sanchez is a good pick for Wolves and Villa if you're after a cheap option. But Nick Pope probably is the best, but Sanchez should keep clean sheet. Haaland's not out. Haaland was just benched for that game. Haaland will not be out. And if you did get rid of him, I would not be getting rid of him for Alvarez. Because Alvarez cannot score a shot for the love of God. That man is horrendous right now. I think maybe. Look. I know it sounds daft, but possibly Darwin to Wilson would seem a good idea. Or someone like Rashford to Almiron. Then again, I said Rashford could bag. Yeah, Pope's probably good. I like Pope, I like Sanchez. There's not really many more. I suppose Dean Henderson could have a decent run with the next two fixtures against Brentford, and I think they've got like Southampton or something, so Forest could have a decent run. This is my forfeit for Forest making it to the Prem. As a United fan, I've got to have this stupid Forest phone case on, if you can see it, as a forfeit for the whole year. Just because I said they wouldn't be the Premier League. That was the bet I had. They made the Prem have to wear this phone case for a whole year and go to a match day with a Forest Con, which I don't want to do. Can't see many goals away to Southampton. So, mate, I believe Newcastle will win 3-0 against Southampton. I feel like that's going to be a surprise for everyone. And for me, when you think of it in a way, Wilson's not actually as, unless he's gone past that mark. No, he's still 10% pretty much. Like 10% owned will still give you a massive rank. Arman was like 11% when I bought him in last week. Now he's 25. So obviously, because he has one a week, he'll go up. What I'm saying is, it's not because it's like a Wilson was on the cards before the week. I just didn't want to take a hit from Tony to bring in Wilson, which I probably should have done. Who have you actually currently got in goal, Fabio? You got Pope already? I'm just going to pull up your team on the league because I can look at your team anyway. Well, let's just go to... I got to go now. Dinner time, okay. Yeah, sound. Right, Wait, what was you doing? Maybe go... I don't like Kane though, really. Not many more, is there? What I'd consider doing is maybe Jesus 8 for Wilson. And Foden into De Bruyne. Because Foden could have a good week, but I feel like De Bruyne is still the better pick. Because then you'd have this. And not that much. Yeah, I might leave any time though, just to warm. Okay. You don't mean you have to go right now. Okay, that's fine. Predictions to Liverpool versus Spurs. Ooh, I don't. That's a hard game. I'm thinking like a 2-2 maybe. 2-2 draw. I feel like Liverpool ain't gonna do as bad as people think. But at the same time, they're not looking great. But neither are Spurs really. They're both conceding a lot of goals. Maybe a 2-2 draw. It's a game I'd be staying away from. I was betting on it, put it that way. It's a game I wouldn't be touching, but 2-2 draw or a 3-2 win Liverpool really is what I predict. What's that? Right, no worries. Right, let's go back to this. Yeah, it's a hard game to judge, Fabio. Let me pull up your team on the screen quickly. This is my thing. I think Alex should do. He's honestly just go Jesus to Wilson, Foden to De Bruyne for a -4. That's what I'd be doing with that team because then that would be really looking good for next week. But that's my opinion. My team's looking at a 4-4-2 right now. Depending whether obviously it'll be Mitrovic who comes on, which would be a killer. The rank obviously did get dropped like 400k. We had a massive green arrow though. Yeah, Liverpool could murder Tottenham. I didn't even know Son was out, to be fairness. So literally yesterday. So I was gonna put him on the thing. Just normally I would have done that, but yeah. But I don't think Liverpool will murder them. I think Spurs look bad, but Liverpool's defense. Oh my life, Van Dijk and Gomez right now is a shite show. Arnold and Robertson actually picked up last game. Were playing great, but Arnold. Oh no, sorry, Gomez and Van Dijk are a shite show. Don't worry too much about your bench, Fabio. Honestly, we're going into game week 16 when you get unlimited transfers. Just focus on your main team. Don't worry about your bench. Honestly, there's like 3 weeks. It's there's no point wasting a transfer on your bench. Just try and end off your team. Make sure you've just got players you only want for this week to game week 16 that week, and that's it. You don't need them after that, so that's all you really want. So like Game Week 16 is done, and then obviously you get the unlimited transfers after Game Week 16 for 17 plus and onwards. So for that week, obviously, like a wild card for one, like you use, but you have to use that week, obviously. But I just wouldn't focus on your bench. Just look at dead ending your team to the point where it's so good it can maximize your points. I had a cock up really. We'll go to my league quickly and show you how I was 50 points behind top, and now it's 88 and then 38. So we've had a total shite show here, boys. But what can you do about it? What can you do about it, eh? Well, we'll pick up and we'll bounce back, but it's been a bit of a rocky start. Even freaking Raheem, who I've been giving advice for, I gave him advice for last week, and he got 77 points. I told him to play trip players as he did. Delop come in, mad things. The brain captain worked out. It all just paid the frick out for him. What I told him to play. I obviously could have been better than Gomez, but one of those was still great. See, if I'd had a week like that without the Arsenal, basically was Arsenal was the reason that I dropped rank. The Arsenal game was literally the reason why. The fact that they beat Forest 5-0 was just not predicted for me. I felt like Forest would have held their own and it would have been like a 1-0 win. So I feel like it was a bit of a shite show defensively for Forest. I mean, you had a great week last week, look. You had 81 points. If you can pick up like a couple 81 points, you'll find your start -8. How come you took 2 -8s the last 2 weeks? No wonder behind. Why you took 2? Have you made your transfer yet? Yes, I have made my transfer. Why have you done 2 -8s back to back? Why would you do that? There's no point behind that. I'm a bit concluded why you took a -16 like that. How many points have you actually hit, Fabio? I would try not to hit. Oh shite, you took a 20-point hit as well. 36. You know you've done yourself out of 108 points. If you actually wouldn't have took any of those hits, right, you would have been on 788 and would have had the points off the other players. So if you would have took that 108 and you would have had all the points off the rest of the players you would have had, you would find you probably would have been about the 830 point mark right now, with still your chips in hand. Just remember, I know it's your first year, so I'm gonna let you off, but just remember that for next year. Don't take hits. Like, this is the first year where I've actually took over 20 points hit wise. I took 24 in total. But this is the first year I've ever actually done that. Normally I don't even take a hit till like game week 16. Only this year, because there's been a bit more cock-ups than usual, I have done. But I really don't recommend taking any more hits now. The fact you've only took 104 hit in total is a bit mad. My brothers took like 60-point hit as well. People are just... Honestly, as a Man U fan, I hope Martial's fit, but I don't think he will be, honestly, with you. It doesn't look right. Anthony, by the way, he's a knock, but it doesn't look like he's going to have a full game. He might be able to get on the bench and have 45 minutes next week, but it looks like to me he's going to miss out, so that's someone else to stay away as well. Martial, I definitely wouldn't be looking at personally. Callum Wilson's your best option, Alex. He's less owned than Jesus as well, so you're going to get a more rank boost anyway if you get bags, which you should. I honestly wouldn't worry too much about it. To be honest, I think you're trying to find a fault with your team, and there's not really a fault whatsoever. The only thing I can really think to do is just do what I've done. And do a -4 and get KDB in for Foden. And then Jesus to Wilson was the only thing I really could think you could do. If not, you only want to make the one transfer, then maybe you could do Zaha out. Possibly Bruno Fernandes in as a punt. No, I'm not Scouse, Chris. I'm from the West Midlands. My fixtures are good, yeah. I just my voice seems to rise a lot now, which makes me seem like I'm from that side, but no, I'm from West Midlands. How are you anyway, Chris? I'm a Man United fan as well, so I'm taking that a bit offensively. And in fairness, I'll talk like I'm from bloody up north in Blackpool, if anything. Oh yeah, shite, I forgot about Bruno being suspended. Ignore me, Alex, I forgot about that. To be honest with you, I haven't really looked at the fantasy football in the last couple of days due to other things I've been trying to sort out, to be fairness. So that's my bad, actually. That's something I didn't actually know for once. Yeah, I didn't know it was suspended. Okay, that's going to cock up the works even more. I forgot he had 4 yellows. Alright, Fabio, you can have your one laugh for once. At least I haven't took 108 minus points in total, so you can have your one laugh for once. Jeez. Right, anyway, now we've done that for you, let's pull up my team. Hopefully we get a good 80-point week next week and it'll just justify some of the things that have happened, but it's... I mean, we had an 80-point week. 840. Someone have like less than 60-20 gap it by 20. 108 points. Yeah, rest in peace to 108 points. You would have been ahead of me. In fairness, I would have been on like the flipping 830 odd, 840 point mark right now. I didn't make some of the decisions I've actually made this year. Like bloody Foden out for Trasnfer and missing out on like 12 points. Making some other daft moves. Who did I bring in for you I recommended was a hit from Foden to KDB and Jesus to Wilson. 1 free transfer and a hit. Because logically, right, if Foden plays, yes, he's going to do points, but logically KDB is going to do more, and you got that 3.7 mil sat there, and the hit seems worth it for me, because De Bruyne could easily outscore, and probably likely will outscore Foden again, because he does it every week. And my rank's probably going to plummet due to stupid ass De Bruyne owners, but that's life for you. If it goes cocked up this week, I'm going to take a hit into KDB from Salah and Foden. And I'll just bring in like a Jared Bowen or something. Or a Raheem Sterling or something like that. Who did I bring into my team? Oh, I bought out Tony for Wilson. If I show you my team from last week. Show you the team from last week. This was the team last week. Almiron, who I bought in, basically saved my week, and it was one of them. I mean, if I would have captained Almiron, you would have seen me smiling with a nice green arrow right now, but due to that, it's been a bit of a cock up, and I've obviously bought Tony out for Wilson for that hit. That definitely would have been Sam the green arrow, so I would have had another flipping 15 points. Obviously, I've deducted the 4 off already. Well, I would have had another 16 because I would have had one of them, so I would have had another 16. Logically, so that would have been about 72 or something. That's without him or Almiron being cap, and I probably would have ended up Captain Wilson if I had him, so probably would have been like the 90 odd point mark, which would have been nice. So there is some decisions I made that are bad. Like I didn't bring Madison in for a -4, which I was going to do for that week, and then he got an 18 pointer. I didn't have Foden that week. I was going to bring in a transfer, and he got an 18 or 19 points or whatever. I had Bowen, transferred him out for Zaha, and Bowen got like an 18 or whatever 15 pointer. Zuma's had 15 points. I was going to transfer him in. There's loads of players I was going to transfer in. They've just got massive holes, and I've been just kicking myself in the foot. But that's football for you. There's not much more you can do about it. Yes, Defo Haaland captain this week for me, yes. From what I've seen, from what I've heard, he was at training from the news. He was fit enough to go and play the Champions League game. But what you think is they're already through. They're already through anyway. You know, they're already planned through finals, whatever. They don't need to play Haaland in that game because the spot's nailed. If there was obviously needed to win that game desperately, then they'd obviously be playing Haaland. But it's not even worth playing him. Rest him like he has this week. He's been at training, and then he'll just play on the weekend. There's no reason that suggests he won't play. So definitely a captain. City look terrible without him as well, so. But honestly, I'd hold off on that De Bruyne move until you know whether Haaland's going to play or not. If Haaland doesn't play, which is like 90%, I'm sure, 90% I'm sure he'll play. And he'll be on the team sheet again, everything. I'm sure he'll play and be starting. But if not, then I definitely would take that hit to KDB. Just so you could have him as captain. But depends how it goes. Right. Let's see what questions I have now. Okay, give me a second though. Let me have a look. Let's have a look. Let me go back. No, it's not going to let me go back, so it's going to have to tell me. It'll only show me your predicted points for the next couple. It doesn't let me go back, look. So, obviously 52 will be your predicted points if I actually hold on. That's the move with that. What's the actual move if we switch De Bruyne out for Foden? Foden. And then we switch, obviously, Wilson to Jesus. I feel like maybe a Tillman out. Arnold in seems like quite a good move. Because I reckon you could play him. It's not worth it. Okay. Well, let's switch Arnold back to Kilman. Sorry, transfer, you dumbass. Right, go into the code as well. Club. But City. I'd be tempted to go Andreas to Almiron and play Almiron over Rashford. Not a bad predicted points. I can't say yes, Saka's fit, and I can't say no. But from what I've seen, he's in training, so that's the best I can give you. Whether he's fully fit for the game, I don't know. But if he's in training, that's a good sign. So we'll go off that. But that's what I would be doing for your team, Alex. I am going to get going, Alex. So if you want to throw in your last questions before I get off, that'd be great for you, mate. We can throw in some last questions quickly before I get going. Yeah. If you have no more questions, I'm just going to end it. Right, okay. Since we've got no more questions, Alex, I'm just going to end it now. But that's what I'm going to do for your team. I'd recommend Andreas to Almiron or Jesus to Wilson and Foden to De Bruyne. Those would be my moves. But if you did do this move, you would have 2.5 more bank to bring Pope in next week for Ward. So that would be a good move for me. for that Chelsea fixture, which is this week, game week 16. Okay, I'm gonna see you boys in a bit. I hope you have a good one. Love, peace, respect. It's been FPL Josh.